The next video we'll talk about carbon bikes. Today we're going to talk about alloy bikes. How long does an alloy bike last for? What's the first thing you notice about this bike? That seat angle. Bought this bike last night and look at that seat angle. There's no way. These are like the best bikes to buy, the ones that have a seat angle like that, because they absolutely pound your prostate, all right? They're impedance producers and they don't get ridden much. So bikes with seat angles like that just don't get ridden much, okay? So I saw that and was like, oh, this bike has been ridden for ages. Seat angle wants to be dead level or just a few degrees down, okay? Less pressure. And if you don't like your saddle, try different saddles, try different angles. But anyway, so how long does this is about a 2001 Cannondale, this is a 2004. This is a CAD 7, CAD 5. Much of a muchness, different tubing, etc. These bikes just last forever. I've never ever seen a Cannondale alloy bike fail except for this little CNC machine here. Some of them do crack through here, but that's not an aluminium fault thing as much as it is just a design flaw, okay? The CAD 4, 5, 6, and 7 have this little cutout. There you go, see on the 7 as well. So that's the Achilles heel. Otherwise, these bikes are fine. People are, oh, you wouldn't ride a bike like that, it's got a fatigue life. Everything's got a fatigue life to a degree, but it's context, all right? If you've got a carbon bike and you put it in a clamp and you clamp it, that can crack the frame, okay? So be careful when you use, clamps and stuff. Avoid using clamps, just hang them on a tree, do what I do, etc. Just very, very lightly clamp it. Don't clamp stuff, because these things are very, very thin, okay? It's like a Coke can, okay? But they just last. And these bikes ride so good. This is like American-made, American welded frame sets, and they're just made so well, they're made so well. Like, if you know, you know. Like, if you know, you know. They're just incredible bikes. And the ride quality is still there, okay? Still very, very stiff. These are out and out race bikes, great for commuting, touring, racing, fitness, weight loss, whatever you're into. These bikes are really good. They're so cheap. This was $400 Australian, and this is $300 Australian, and not stolen or anything, from legit sellers. I paid probably a bit too much for this one, but I like the wheels, the Mavics, they're really good condition. The free hub bodies on these Mavics, they were a real pain in the ass back in the day, because these wheels are like $1,500, so you'd expect a better quality free hub, but they're easy to lube up and you can get little spare pulls for them, so it's okay. Now that these wheels are super cheap, that free hub weakness is is tolerable, isn't it? But when the wheels are $1,500, you want a perfect free hub. So yeah, anyway, so the fatigue on these, they last until this cracks down here. And then what happens? You buy a new frame for $100, $100, $200, you get a new frame, okay? So you check that little CNC thing down there every, whenever you're cleaning your bike. It takes 2 seconds to look at it, and you're good to go, okay? That's the only problems I've seen of these Cannondales, The forks, obviously, you drop your fork out, and any bike, no matter the brand or the material, steel, titanium, or titanium forks is a bit of a dangerous thing to use. Whatever material fork you have, drop your fork out. Check for ring of death, or check for the bonding. Just safety check, all right? These bars suck though. These bars are going in the recycling bin, all right? I prefer a compact drop bar. These bars are a crapola. So I'll replace the bars and stem on this bike, but otherwise it is ready to go. And I'll replace the bars and the stem on this bike, not for me, but for someone else, because I don't think those bars are very comfortable at all. They don't make people want to ride, just like that seat angle, And these bars as well, shockers, look at that. Just shockers. I'll show you the better bar. What have we got on over here? Oh, here we go. On this Trek. So it's called a compact bar. It just fits more hands. It just works better. On this Scott Addict over here, we're also got a compact bar. It's like an FSA. The FSA probably make the best bars out there. FSA compact bar. This is a giant bar, giant compact. Just think of compact bars. They work really, really good. On this tarmac here, again, it's that crappy. I don't like it, personally. Anyway, let's get back to the alloy. How long does the alloy last? It depends. Someone's like, it's got a 10-year lifespan. What? It's about the context. And bars, I recommend placing your bars every, 50, 30,000 Ks. Depends what sort of racing you're doing, because when you have a bars and you're crashing and there's so much pulling on here, and bars are $30, $40. Chuck them in the recycling bin. When you're done, you're good to go. But these frames, they last for a long time. Same with the carbon stuff, but that's next video. How long does an alloy bike last? It depends on your riding style, how much you weigh, do you race cobbles, do you smash gutters? It depends. And I've never seen an alloy frame fail, I mean, except from crashes when you smash in the back of a car at 60k an hour. But sometimes you get like cracks in the worlds, but not on these Cannondales. I've never ever seen a crack that's opened up on a Cannondale like this. Maybe the old Criterium series down here used to open up on the 1989 frames. But these ones, the CAD 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, you know, the only failures I see is the 4, 5, 6, 7s through here, okay? Boom. But that's covered under a lifetime warranty if you're the original owner. Otherwise, if you're on Facebook Marketplace, you get a new one for 100, 200 bucks. All right, so what's the worry, man? Join my coaching group, you'll get the expertise. I don't know anyone else out there on the internet who's going to get you a better bike than me. It sounds arrogant, but it's true, and I would love it. There's more competition. I have no competition right now in terms of being a bike broker. I wish there was more people out there doing it, because there's a lot of nice bikes like this that need just some new bars and a seat angle adjustment, and they're ready to race. Div 1. This bike's ready for Div 1. This bike's ready for Div 1, okay? As is. Maybe change. Even those crappy bars are still ready if it's the right rider. But I'll still change the bars out. Boom. There we go. Hope that answers the question.